This is the Universal Wrestling Podcast. Inside the ring, outside the ring, it's all here.
We're talking about the greatest sport of all, professional wrestling. Come on.
And now, here's Nick and Keith.
Keith, the WWE is taking Backlash overseas. The card takes place on Saturday from LDLC Arena in Lyon, France. And this is the first major event to follow this massive WrestleMania in our backyard. WrestleMania 40 was amazing, but this is going to be fun, and I think this is what Triple H does best. It's WWE Backlash, Keith. It's nothing special. You could even say maybe it's a throwaway pay-per-view. So what do? Overseas, sell out in France. They haven't had it in a long time. Smart business decision. Before we get to the picks, Keith, what are you looking forward to? Let's hear it.
Yeah, no, you took all the words right out of my mouth with it. This is totally, unfortunately, and it's not a slight against anybody else.
No.
It's kind of a throwaway pay-per-view as of now. Who knows if matches get added, whatnot? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. It's the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania is always tough based on what happens at the WrestleMania, especially with everything we just saw. This is going to be a tough pay-per-view because you're not expecting a whole lot to really happen out of it. So yeah. I agree with you. I think it was a genius move on Papa Tripp's part that it's just you know what? No one really, whatever's with this. Let's take it overseas. Overseas crowds are always into it because they never get anything. Boom. And here we are going with it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
It's weird too. I feel like this kind of crept up out of here, out of nowhere too.
It did
totally. I was watching, I was looking through the wrestling news and stuff for the week, and it was and Backlash this weekend. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I guess it has been a month, but all right. Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Hasn't seemed like it. Keith,
right.
Let's do it. Let's get to the picks, and let's start with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. It is your champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane going one-on-one with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And I think this is the time, but let's hear it, brother. What do you got?
So this is the only one I feel like might have a big ending. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. I've been back and forth with this since I wrote the card down with everything. I think Jade and Bianca will win. I think they take the titles off of them. We don't have to sit here and we're not going to sit here and we don't have the time to sit here and have me go off on a tirade about the women's tag titles. But put them on Jade and Bianca. Bianca's already a big star. Jade's the new incoming star. Give her something real good right away, and then just let's get this division back on track. All right, let's make us all care about them again.
Yeah.
So put it on them. That's spoiler alert. I think this is going to be the biggest, surprise of the evening. But I'm going Jade.
I'm with you, man. There's absolutely nothing there for the Kabuki Warriors. It just doesn't make sense for them to retain in France against Bianca Belair and Jade. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, the writing's on the wall. It is Bianca's time. It is Jade's time, and put Jade with a veteran like Bianca. I mean, Bianca was the first overall pick for a reason. As much as the draft means absolutely nothing, that means they still have a lot of, they believe in her. They still have a lot of trust in her. So what do? You give her the titles, and maybe that does something for the titles. But I really think they're just long gone. I don't think there's much more you can do with the titles. But it's all for him, it's all for it's all about the spectacle, and that's what we're going to get.
Unless they want to, the only way I don't see them taking them off the Kabuki Warriors is if they want to use this to turn Jade heel, which I wouldn't be opposed to, but I don't know if they want to give her more time with
Bianca, it might be too soon.
People to let her keep getting the reps in under the WWE style and whatnot, but she's got to turn heel sooner or later. I mean, I know I keep saying the same thing about Bianca, but Jade is just so much better as a heel. When she was in AEW, she did so much better work as a heel. Once she turned face, I was like, I don't care anymore. I'm kind of over you. So a lot of hype now because she's brand new in there, but let's get the turn.
Yeah. I dig it. Let's get to the next match here. This is not for a title. It is Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, RKO, going one-on-one with the Bloodline, Solo and Tonga, man. This is going to be interesting again because if you're not used to New Japan Pro Wrestling in the Indies, you may not know who Tonga is, but he's a stud, man. He is exactly what the Bloodline storyline needed, because as much as it's cooled off, it's also showing new talent. It's also showing younger talent, and we're seeing Solo take lead, and it's really interesting. Again, it's not going to be the Sami Zayn, the Jey Uso Bloodline days. You know, those that is long gone, but it's still here. It's still slowly cooking for Roman and The Rock to return. But this is just, again, I hate saying it, but it's another throwaway match. I mean, what the hell do we need Randy and KO to team up for? I don't get it. I'm going to be quick with this one. It's got to be the Bloodline. You got to showcase the new talent, and Tonga is that talent. And we'll see. We'll see if Tonga becomes like the right-hand man, the left-hand man for Solo.
Right.
Solo can take that. Yeah, if Solo can take that lead. And more interesting, I think more interesting than the match, which is kind of sad to say, but what's up with Paul? Is he going to be in their corner? What's the deal there? I'm going Bloodline. What do you got here, brother? Let's hear it.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add to what you just said. It's got to be the Bloodline. You're trying to get this new faction of everything over. You can't. This would be a little bit more of a question mark with old management regimes going on. Because you don't want to bring in this big name, this New Japan talent, Guerrillas of Destiny, and you know what I mean. Like you don't bring this big name in the way that they did, and then have him lose the first like real match that he's in pay-per-view wise. So they have to win. It's unfortunate that it's Randy and KO, but you're going overseas. Yeah. You got to put the big stars up for the people. They want to see Randy. They want to see Kevin Owens. So especially Kevin Owens speaks French from being Canadian. So like. Yeah, you get him over there. He'll have some kind of French inspired something or other. Speak French to the crowd, whatever. You get a nice KO shirt that's got whatever his fight Owens fight on the back, but in French, whatever that is, and boom, just money for him. But yeah, I mean, it's Bloodline. They have to be.
It would be interesting to see if the Bloodline crumble and take it that way, but I just don't see it. I think it's just as strong, not as strong as it could be, but slow cooking, like we said. It's in the crock pot. It's chilling all day for 8 hours, and then when it's time, Roman and The Rock come back. Boom, baby, let's go. So yeah, I'm with you. The Bloodline rule here. Let's get to the next match. It is the WWE Women's Championship match, and your champion Bayley will go one-on-one with Tiffany Stratton and Naomi. And Tiffany is just something special to see. She has it all. In ring, on the mic, could be a little better, but she is great. She has not lost a step leaving NXT and coming to the main roster. Sometimes it takes time to get used to the main roster. It is a little bit different. I know it's the same company, same technique, same whatever you want to say. Bigger stage. Way bigger stage, and this is a huge stage for Tiffany and Naomi. Naomi's back, and she's looking good. She's doing her best, but this is it, man. This is Bayley's time. I don't care what you say about Bayley if she's not as strong as she appears to be, but I dig it, man. Bayley's going to win, and it's going to be a great match. I mean, you got so much athleticism in this match. Naomi's great. Tiffany, we talked about her. Bayley's just the veteran, and you got to go with the veteran. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going Bayley here. What do you got? Athleticism. I can say
it. Same thing. I'm keeping Bayley here. Tiffy will have her time. Tiffy's young. Tiffy's got time to keep building. She's only going to get better. She's already great. She doesn't need to really get that much better. I feel like about the only thing Tiffy has ever like struggled with in NXT and everything even was like a solo promo on her own. Like when she came out, like after she won the NXT women's strap, it was a little like, put her in with someone, give her someone to go off of and shut it down. She's great. Her character works perfect for her. She does it well. She will have her moment. This is not that one for her though, unfortunately, this time around. Naomi, she's good. She is. And I'm not trying to say that she's not. Naomi, I just kind of like feel bad for her. Because like I feel like she's got this like something over her from like all the stuff that happened when her and Sasha walked out. And I'm not saying that like Naomi didn't also walk out, because like clearly it was her decision to do that also, but it's like she came back, Sasha didn't. Like, don't punish her for, you know what I mean? Like it's what it was at the time and this whatnot. I don't feel like she came back at the Rumble. It was like this big surprise thing super early on. She lasted a good chunk of time. That's great, but it's been like a lot of since then. Even at Mania, like the six woman tag, it was kind of like, all right.
Yeah, but I feel like she's okay with that.
Yeah, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's cool with it being kind of a more relaxed thing, and she's not like in the midst of it all and mixing it up super, intense and everything. But she deserves more. She was, she's a former SmackDown Women's Champ. She's a former Women's Tag Champ. Like, she's good. She can go. Just let's get her into something doing that. Like, it's weird to like have her in the mix of all this still. And but Bayley retains. Tiffy will have her time, and let's get Naomi doing something new. Let's get a women's mid-card title and get her going for that.
I think what I love most about this match is it's a triple threat. I don't think we've seen that often with women, just in general, for the championship
especially.
So that's going to be cool. There's going to be something happening, but it just seems like, the newcomers there, but also, obviously Naomi and Bayley have some history, but I'm with you. It's Bayley all the way. Keith, let's get to the 2 championship matches. Here we go for the World Heavyweight Championship. Your champion, Damian Priest, will go one-on-one with, I'm going to say it, Jey Uso, and this is exactly what you want. We talked about this on the last episode. These are the guys. These are the everyman. These are the people we want to see main event that we don't get to see main event. And now that Cody is the champion and Rock and Roman are gone, it just seems like this is the spotlight. This is what we're going to get during the Triple H regime. Maybe this is the start of something really special where you get, I keep saying it, but mid-card guys getting their chance. And I think Damian Priest is going to he's put up with in the ring with the promos with Jay back-to-back Mondays. So I'm just I'm really interested to see what happens here, but it's just too damn early to take it off of Priest. And I don't know if Jey Uso even needs it. He's so over just as Jey Uso. It's just wouldn't make sense to, make Priest a transitional champion, which some people think, but I think that's going to come to a halt when Punk and Drew return and they restart their feud. But for now, I got Damian Priest winning in France against the right-hand man, Jey Uso. Main event, Jey Uso.
Not to make this too boring of a video, but I got the same thing. I mean, it's like you said, you nailed it. And it's, not to get ahead of ourselves, but for the other match, the last match we're going to talk about here, it's kind of in the same boat. Like, it's just, it's too early to be dropping it. Priest carried that briefcase for forever. Jay, I know a lot of people were really beating the drum, and I know I was against it of like him winning the Intercontinental title, like taking it off of Gunther before Sammy and all. Like, Jay has absolutely put the work in to deserve a singles title run at some point.
Absolutely.
But not right now off of Priest. No. Like, sure, he could have a world heavyweight title run. I'm fine with that. Just it's just too soon. And especially with Rhea being out for like a while here, like Priest needs that title to like keep the dominion over, the Judgment Day. So he's got to retain here.
Yeah. And I love it. And I think the last thing that you said, it clicked for me. It made so much sense now. Rewatching Monday Night Raw, he had his little thing, Jey Uso with Logan Paul. Maybe that's what's next. Maybe they get that feud, and maybe he takes the title that should have been LA Knights at WrestleMania. That's another day and that's another time. But we both have Damian Priest, we both have Bayley, we both have Bianca, we both have Randy. I think we're gonna have the entire card. Let's get to the main event for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The man that finished the story. We were there, night 2, WrestleMania 40. Cody Rhodes will take on AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. And this is where it's going to get interesting. Not that Cody's going to lose, but it's just like, what's going to happen next. And it just seems like, I don't want to say it's slowly dying, the momentum, but it just seems like it's not, Cody's not getting help from management when it comes to, he's still over. He's still 100% over.
Oh, yeah.
Even
Right.
in
Yeah.
somewhere in Texas, the whole stadium will sing, the whole arena
Oh,
will
absolutely.
sing. He's over.
Yeah.
It's just, it's hard because he's not chasing anymore, and he chased for 2 years, and that was the whole point of not finishing the story last year. So now he has the title. It's like, Stone Cold said it best. He was better at chasing the title, and I think a lot of people are better at chasing the title. It's just so much more fun to watch. Cody's going to win here, and it's going to be a good match. And I'm all for it. I'm all for what they're going to do with Cody. It's just tough. Maybe it's not even management. Maybe let me take that back. I think it's just, what can you do with someone this big with so much,
Right.
momentum, that the momentum has to go somewhere. And it just seems like, I don't want to say a halt, but it just seems, I don't know. It's a weird situation. The whole Roman thing was weird. And now we got Cody, who's tried to finish his story for 2 years, going to take on AJ Styles. And we know Cody's going to win. It's just, what's next? Let's hear it.
Right. And that was the biggest thing kind of going into like Mania, even. Like, we all, Cody's going to win at Backlash. Yeah. But like, it was the same thing going into Mania. It was just like, Cody's going to win, but then it's like, where do we go? Because it's, I don't even want to say arguably the best storyline that AEW has ever had in its history so far was Hangman and Kenny, with Kenny Omega being the heel champion and Hangman chasing him. And then Hangman won. What a moment. Oh my God. And then like within 2-3 weeks, we were all kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
It was kind of boring. And I don't want to put it there yet with Cody, but like, I'm kind of feeling that too. Like they need to, maybe you said management, and then, you kind of rescinded there. I would put it toward management, because it's up to them to like give us something to like want to care about with. Like, I got it. He's not chasing anymore, but that doesn't mean he just needs to come out on every show and just be like, hey,
my dad,
look at me.
Yeah.
All right. Like, even this match,
what do we want to talk about? Yeah.
This match isn't even,
I hate that, by the way. Go
based
ahead.
on like, no, I'm not a big fan of that one either. Like, but even this match isn't anything based on like a feud in any way.
It's not even based on
I know like a lot
WWE.
of most of these matches really aren't based on anything super special outside of the one match that's like not for a title, really. Like, I know we were talking to begin with about like why are Randy and KO and everything. It's like, well, because the Bloodline bloodied and beat the crap out of KO like last week. So like, cool, he needs to fight, and Randy and him had a thing before. So like, sure, let's throw Randy on the card. All right, we'll do this. Great.
Yeah.
So like that one has a thing, but like, AJ's here because he won this like tournament, and that's cool and all great, good for AJ. I love AJ Styles, nothing against him, but it's like, there's no meat behind that. There's nothing that one, you know what I mean? There's no real story. So I think between this one and honestly, really with Jay and Priest also, and also with Bayley really, and Tiffany and Naomi, it's all, these matches are all going to be, they're less about the result because the results are going to be obvious, but they're all about like they're all canvases for what's being set up. Like, I don't know what it's going to be, and I don't want to recklessly kind of speculate because I honestly don't even know what it will be. But like, something needs to happen in this one where, Cody wins. But if it is, AJ just fighting dirty the whole time because he's been a heel, so then we get into a real program with AJ where AJ can kind of come out and start bringing it along and just being like, I don't even really want the title from you. I just don't want you to have it. So I'm going to make your life living hell. Come out and beat your drum and be rah, rah, rah. And I'm going to come out and beat you up all the time now. Go back to what it was with Cena and Styles. Bring the Good Brothers back from NXT where they're not doing anything. Have them eat, sleep, beat up John Cena. Except now it's eat, sleep, beat up Cody Rhodes. Build. Give me something from this. Cody's going to retain. Wonderful. Styles is awesome. Also wonderful.
Good. Yeah.
Where are we going? Give it to me from here. Don't make me get bored like we did with Hangman.
Yeah. And I think you said something that really clicked with me again. what is this about? This is not about anything that revolves around the WWE. I think what it really is two internet darlings, two people that made their names outside the WWE. So that's what it's really all about. I mean, if you look at it, deep dive in here, it's not about Cody's dad. It's not about how AJ and Cody, I don't think ever, as Cody said, which was really weird, touched before.
Yeah.
It's something we want to see, and I'm all for it, but it's just like, where are we going? How are we getting there?
Exactly.
But then again, that's what wrestling's all about. We said that about The Rock and Roman and Cody and Seth and Damian, and look what happened at Mania. So stay calm, but it's really tough. It's really tough to stay calm because you want the momentum to continue, but it's hard, man. It's hard when you're not chasing, and there's really nothing to fight for other than what you did outside of the WWE.
Exactly. Well, and you just don't want to see, like you had kind of said, you just don't want to see all this goodwill and all this all the pops and the overness and everything just fade to nothing because they don't know what to do now.
Yeah.
Like, as much as we all wanted Cody to finish the story, and I don't think that was a bad idea or anything like that, like maybe that's why they didn't pull the trigger at 39 and instead waited until 40, because on 39 they're just like, well, we have this whole year now. Let's try to plan out as much as we can what we do when he finishes the story. So hopefully that's what this all is this is the beginning of where we're really going. They just have to have this one stopgap to get the thing started. And, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Strowman just came back. I don't want that feud, but Strowman just came back. He's also a face, so I don't want a face versus face feud for Cody either as his first big one to sink into. So that's not a thing. But just let's get it started here. Let's have Cody. Let's have this great match of these indie darlings. Cody retains.
Yep.
Give me what I need.
Yeah. I mean, again, you can say this is a throwaway pay-per-view, which I think it honestly is. It's, great to be overseas. It's great to be in France for the first time in a long time. But, there's nothing really here. I mean, Priest is going to win. That is just common sense. Cody, obviously. Bayley, it wouldn't make sense to give it to Tiffy or Naomi. Same thing with like you said in the very beginning, the Kabuki Warriors and Jade and Bianca is the only maybe.
It's that one can 50, it can really 50, go either way, because I as much as I said it and was all confident with the with Jade and Bianca taking it, I'm not going to change my vote on that or anything. No. But it's also you do that, then it's what is damage control?
Exactly.
Is there still damage control then, or is they just done for and they all go away and we have to let them reset again?
I don't know what it is. Maybe it just, and this will be the last thing on this match, but it just seems like maybe Cody said, "Hey, let me face AJ at Backlash." He got to pick his opponent because there's really nothing here. Again, what do? You talk about Dusty, you talk about, how they made their names outside of the WWE. Same old shit, I dig it. I'm going to be watching. Keith, give the people what they want. How can they find you?
You can find me on X and on TikTok at Keith of the Ring and on Instagram at _Keith of the Ring.
Yes, sir. And you can find us right here on the UW Podcast. Yes, sir. That is X at the UW Pod, Twitter at the UW Podcast. Keith, we do have a fancy website, uwpod.com. Go check it out. Videos and a lot more audio. All UW Pod all day. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the pay-per-view. We'll see you next time right here on the UW Pod. Peace.